including my humble self standing here, all the politicians in northern Nigeria in the last 15 years, we should be held accountable to what is happening in northern Nigeria in terms of poverty, unemployment, lack of education, lack of security. As of 2016, some of us that live here in Kaduna, and Northwest in particular, were not aware of anything called banditry, kidnappings, or insurgency. If there's anybody here who is aware of that, can also attest to the fact that as of 2016, not 2019, 16, there was nothing like kidnappings even in Benogwari. I can tell you that for a fact. What went wrong?
Come, let me tell you the major problem of Nigeria. The major problem of Nigeria is northern part of the country. Northern Nigeria are the major problem of Nigeria. If you want to see conflict, northern Nigeria. Rape, northern Nigeria. Refugees, northern Nigeria. Thieves. In fact, if you want to see thieves stealing on an industrial scale, come to northern Nigeria. Thieves fully engaged in primitive accumulation, come to northern Nigeria. In fact, I am from northern Nigeria. I am proud to be an indigenous of Borno State. I am from Borno State. I am proud to be an indigenous of Borno State, from the northern part of the country. But I want to tell you that the major problem of this country is northern part of the country. These are people, if you want to see hatred, if you want to see conflict, if you want to see nepotism, cronyism, any other thing you can label. In fact, northern if you carve out southern part of the country from Nigeria and give it 10 years, they are going to be recognized among community of nations because of the development they will have. 70% of the people who govern this country are from the northern part of the country. But if you want to see hunger, starvation, and any other thing, it's from the north. Why? We are the major problem. But our people doesn't want us to be speaking the truth. And that is why we continue to somersault in this kind of issue.
We have had a northern president from Katsina for 8 years. Before he came, we did not have a single IDP. All our local governments were safe. Now Katsina State, 22 out of 34 local governments. That is 65% of Katsina. It's under siege. Borno State is more secure and safer than Katsina. That we had a president who is from there. That is a failing of us northerners. We need to look at ourselves. And now here we are. We have a leadership. We have a vice president number 2 who is from the north. We have a speaker of the house who is number 4 who is from the north. We have an SGF who is from the north. We have the senior most military officer who is from the north. We have all the ministers of defense from the north. We have the minister of police from the north. We have the national security advisor from the north. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will look at us and say, you guys have no excuse not to bring peace to your land. So it is up to us to look at ourselves in the mirror, we northerners, especially those in government, and lock the door and say, people, how do we take care of these problems? President Bola Ahmed Tinubu from the southwest cannot come and bring peace to us. It is us that must bring peace to ourselves. And it is not the military that will bring peace. I've said it again and again, banditry can never be won on the battlefield. We are just putting the military to clean up after this mess. They're everywhere. So northern leadership, all of us, must come in, lock the door and sit down and see how we can bring peace to our land. 15 years of Boko Haram, 9 years of banditry. Are we going to continue this forever? I have friends in the United States calling me and say, did you see the primary school where these kids were taken? Blown roof, nothing there. Well, this is the leadership of the North that fuels all of this. And we're looking elsewhere, we are blaming somebody else. No. Leaders of the North, those in government and out of government, it's time for us to look ourselves in the face and say, we have failed our people, we need to do better. The military cannot bring peace to ourselves. None. We must all get involved and stop this nonsense, this Boko Haram, this banditry.
I don't mean to be rude. I don't want to be rude to anybody, and I don't want to disrespect anybody, and I don't want to insult anybody. What I'm saying is that is the real truth. The real problem of Nigeria are northerners. Northerners, Fulani, Hausa are the problem of Nigeria. They don't want our Nigerian progress. If they are not the one in power, then nobody can do it. It's only them that can do it. If you say you deprive Igbo people from having what is supposed to be theirs, allow them to go for their Biafra. If you say Yoruba people are not competent, they cannot rule Nigeria, allow them to go. Then we, the Northerners, should just stay and rule ourselves. If we kill ourselves, that's our business. You cannot say no, because Igbos, you think Igbos are thieves, Igbos are wicked, Igbos are this, they are that, they are this. There is no way that there's not the good, the bad, and the ugly. So if you cannot help the Igbos, allow them to go. If you cannot carry Yorubas, if you don't want them to rule you, allow them to go. Then we, the Northerners, will rule ourselves. If it's going to be better. We are one Nigeria, so we want the best for Nigeria. So we should look at where we are going wrong so that we can perfect it.
This terrorism, this banditry, this carnage, it's not just happening by mistake. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. A multi-billion-dollar industry because it takes a lot of money on defense budget. It has a lot to do with the sale of drugs. It has a lot to do with mining and illegal bunkering and illegal and illicit mining. And look at the areas that are generally affected by this. Take the Northeast, for instance. In the Northeast, you have the blue diamond. That is a strategic mineral. You have oil at the Chad Basin that is being explored right now, but illegally. You have Zamfara. If you go to Zamfara, Zamfara has more gold than Ghana. Zamfara's gold is being traded in Dubai and other parts of the country. There is a market called Nigerian gold in Dubai. Go and check. So who is doing this mining? Most times they are the governors, the people in power. They are the ones doing it in connivance with foreign mercenaries. Can you remember? Have we forgotten when they said there is a no-fly zone in Zamfara? Why should there be a no-fly zone? There isn't even an airport in Zamfara, but aircrafts land and they take off from Zamfara. And let me tell you something else. In Zamfara, every container that comes from China ends up in Zamfara. You know why? Because in Zamfara, the soil in Zamfara has all the strategic minerals that you can think of. So when the containers come in from China, they land they end in Zamfara, and a bag of Zamfara soil is today sold at 5,000. So they need to displace the people to allow them to continue with their mining.
Why are the northern leaders angry? Northern youths angry about Tinubu? Why are you angry? Are you people stupid? Sorry for using harsh words, but are you people out of your senses? You people say you don't want to build the north. You people say you don't want to build your son. Do you know how long you people have been in power? What have been the tangible thing you people done for north? When we are on the power, Muna do something that will generate revenue for now. Muna create job, create company, Muna create seaport where we say money go enter north so that industry go dey north. Una no dey do that one. Now only bandit and kidnapping una sabi sponsor.
Vice President, there is NSA, there is what are they doing to address this issue?
How bad is the seeming neglect of the northeast region of the country? You understand that region very well.
No, northwest. I understand northwest. I don't know northeast. I will tell you, the north. We complain in the northwest that we had a president that we never had anything from. Go to Katsina today, where I come from. There's nothing that we had a president for 8 years. The northwest, let him tell us what he's done. He couldn't even complete the Abuja to Kano highway for 8 years. How more neglectful can that be?
The same thing that the governor of the Northeast is saying. They say, in fact, in terms of infrastructure, the economic corridors have been abandoned.
Absolutely.
In terms of road network, in terms of railway construction. I mean, what has been happening so much that it looks like this has happened over the years without anybody. Could it be the insurgency has ravaged that region, that destroyed all of this infrastructure, or that region has been like that for years?
No, I'm not, and I'm not minimizing the issues that the governors are raising. The Northeast, because of Boko Haram, has literally been devastated. You sit down with senior military officers that were there, that fought in the field, they will tell you, this is not what we would wish for any region. The whole region has been devastated. Outside Maiduguri, there's not much. The whole region, education is pillaged, we have malnutrition there, the health. Look at the number of doctors in Maiduguri. You will cry. The region has suffered the devastation of Boko Haram, and that is what we are seeing here. And that's exactly what is translating in the Northwest. The region has been in a mess for now 15 years, fighting a war for 15 years. No region can sustain what the Northeast has gone through. But the question is, what have the governors been doing? What do they do? Now governors are awash with money after removal of subsidy. How have they been taking care of the issues of the people? Education, health. They went to Bauchi and they inaugurated the mansion of the government house, as if that's the priority of people of Bauchi. Governors are awash with money and their priorities are messed up. The reality is, in the north, not only the northeast, three major problems: ravaging insecurity, excruciating poverty, and hunger. It's all over the region.
We're not going to stop telling ourselves the truth as Northerners, whether you like it or not, whether it hurts or it doesn't. But we're just going to have no option than to tell ourselves the truth. The fact is, your ideology, our ideologies and concept as Northerners is retrogressive in nature. It's anti-developmental in nature. It's holding the country back in so many ways. Let's be factual with this. Let's look at it. When the headers started making all this havoc on communities, people advocated for the anti-open grazing bill. Who were the front runners in regards ensuring that this bill doesn't come through? The Northerners. They kicked against it seriously, that at the end of the day it could not scale through. And here do we have a situation now where the Fulanis have migrated from making havoc on the north to the other parts of the country. And funny enough, you went against this bill, but when Fulanis are now committing this havoc on people, you tend to dissociate yourself. You say that it's not a northern thing, it's a Fulani thing. Nobody can tell me that. It's a northern thing, it's a northern ideology. So let's not distinguish between the tribes, because the last time I checked, the Northerners were the strong advocates. Majority of the Northerners opposed the bill. And look at what open grazing is doing to us. How long are we going to go this way? Again, look at what happened in regards to the closure of school during Ramadan. A lot of people, reasonable Nigerians, came out to say that this is wrong, this is anti-developmental. It doesn't stop you from doing your religion, it doesn't stop you from being who you are. But what did the North do? A quite majority were celebrating and were saying this is a good thing, this is a very big progress for the propagation of the gospel of God. And look at where we are now. So how are you going to tell me that the Northerners are not hypocritical in nature? And let's face it, this is what the politicians do. And who are their disciples? Their disciples are the common Northerners, the majority that are poor. The second point is the fact that when there was a bill in regards birth regulation, what happened? Who were the front runners in ensuring that that bill doesn't come through? It was still the North. I remember a senator coming to the Senate House with 5 or 6 of his wives, trying to convince people how he is happily married and is responsible. But let's face it, Oga, if you are capable, you have the capacity to marry 5 wives and have many children as much as you want. What now happens to your brothers, those that doesn't have the capacity and are marrying so many women and are giving birth to so many children that they can't control? Is it the same thing? How long are we going to continue this as Northerners? It's so appalling. Until you wake up, you will always be considered inferior to any other region. And the fact is, Don't expect that no matter the agitation, no matter your grievances, this will bring it to a standstill. It's still going to continue till you change your mentality, till you change your orientations, till the common man in the north starts challenging these allies that have hold you at ransom. How many of the allies do you have their children in Almajiri schools? Why should you open Almajiri schools and send children to Malams that doesn't even have the capacity to feed his own family? And you tell me that this is not a northern agenda, and you tell me the problem of the north is not itself. The problem is we. We are the problem. Until we wake up, nothing is going to change. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Who were as well the major advocates of the Muslim ticket? The north. The north. And where has it brought us? Look at where it has brought us. And I'm telling you wholeheartedly that that concept has not yet changed. It's still in the minds of the Lord. They are still waiting for the next election. During the Muslim tickets, a lot of imams were preaching with video evidence. Even some top politicians, top northern politicians, preaching, telling them on the need for us to, for them not to have a Muslim ticket that will promote the establishment of the kingdom of God. Indeed, the kingdom of God is established. You are all welcome to the kingdom of God.
Very good. It is very good to hear this coming from the Northerners. The North, that they are the problem of this country. They should take responsibility of the problem we are going through in this country. Yes, very good. It's good it's coming from them so that their leaders can hear. At least the video will circulate in their region there before others. Yes, at least very good. Not outsiders saying this to their faces. Very good is coming from them anyways. Yes, so that they should know what to do and do the right thing. And this problem will solve this problem. Because I see no reason why we should continue talking about the same thing, knowing we know the problem, the causes of the problem, but we refuse to solving the problem. We are treating the symptoms of that without treating the major problem. Yeah. So that is it. Now it is good. It's coming out. A lot of people are beginning to wake up. A lot of people don't wake up to believe that okay, this is where the problem is coming from. What I told the people that have been accusing, they are not really the problem. Very good. Anyway, please share this video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'll be your guy.